Hola, amiguitos. It's September. We made it this far. If you are new to Las Noticias, welcome. These are the stories I believe have not received enough airtime but deserve our attention because they affect our community. So let's get to it. Number one, CBS News reported that 2,000 immigrants were arrested during a 6 week raid operation between July and August, while a global pandemic is still raging all around us, while more than 5,300 people in immigration detention have been infected with COVID 19, and 6 of them have died from the virus. The headlines will tell you that the people arrested are criminals, those with convictions. But two things. One, by their own admission, ICE arrested people with no record at all. Henry Lucero, who was in charge of the operation, told reporters, quote, "We never said we were going to stop arresting individuals. How could they? When the arrest happened at homes, work sites, traffic stops. People with the cleanest records end up as collateral." But two, and this is really important, we have to stop thinking that people with criminal records deserve to be deported. Many times, those records include things like unpaid traffic tickets, weed possession. Yes, there are people with more serious records. But the reason they are at home or at work and not in jail is because they have already served their sentence. Is someone supposed to stay a criminal their entire lives, no matter what? Personally, I don't think so. And if there are people who anyone believes should be deported because their transgression was so unforgivable, these types of raids are not the way to do it. Immigration raids incite fear and confusion. And as I said at the top of this, people with the crispest, shiniest, cleanest records are often deported as a result. The way we treat immigrants in this country as disposable labor is what defines us as a nation in these times. People in jail are people. Immigrants in detention are people. And they deserve to be treated as such. Go to United We Dream's profile for a link to sign a petition to let ICE know that they have to let our people go. Number two, if you've been with me for a while, you've seen this story a few times because it's one that we cannot forget about. On June 18th, Andres Guardado, who was 18 years old, was shot in the back 5 times by LA Sheriff Deputy Miguel Vega. No arrests have been made, Vega is still employed, and a former deputy is now blowing the whistle on gangs inside the LA Sheriff's Department. Art Gonzalez testified under oath that Vega was a prospect in the executioner's gang and that he was, quote, chasing ink. These cop gangs get tattoos when they kill someone. They throw parties after shootings. They are the real criminal threat. So what can we do? California Attorney General Javier Becerra has been reluctant to take up the investigation into Andres Guardados' death. That's unacceptable. The Latino community has been there supporting Becerra since his days in Congress. We've been there for him through his ascent, and we have to keep him accountable. So tweet at him, send him an email, a letter. Tell him that we demand that his office take up these police misconduct investigations. The time to do it is now. Number three, I want to share a story that I wrote for Refinery 29 about the bittersweet moments in the lives of undocumented people. I'm so grateful to Danea Joseph and Gabriela Sanchez for sharing how DACA has been a blessing, but it also has been something that causes so much anxiety in their lives. Stories of undocumented immigrants are often painted as either full of pain and suffering or as fairy tales with perfect characters and their accomplishments as those of good immigrants. But those of us who have lived undocumented know that our immigration status is ever present in the big moments of our lives, as well as in the mundane everyday activities like driving, going to a bar, or getting on a plane. But we can still fully feel and experience happiness. Our joy is fully ours. Our entire lives aren't defined by our immigration status. Please see the link in my bio to read the full story. Your support, you reading the story, means more Latina writers will get to write important stories. We have to show the media that our stories matter and that there are people out there hungry to read them. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please share this video. Help me spread the word. Leave a comment and let me know what you think. We have to be each other's megaphones.